pay special attention to this. Some of you got side hustles right now. You need to pay attention to this. The Democrats have a spending plan that is moving closer to a House vote. It needs to be approved by the House. And one of the provisions in this new plan, this new bill, is $80 billion to go to the IRS to staff up. How many of you feel good when I say that? Doesn't that give you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside? I mean, doesn't that just make you feel great? Alex, I'm just looking at Joe's face. He probably need to get him a Tums right now. The investment is projected. So this $80 billion that would go to the IRS for staffing, is supposed to bring in $203 billion in revenue between the years of 2022 and 2031. This is according to the Congressional Budget Office. Obviously, those on the other side opposed to this, whether they be nonprofits or lobbying firms or those on the Republican side of the aisle, obviously they think it's going to affect everyday Americans, not corporate fat cats and people that are evading taxes. So let's look at the facts. IRS audits plunged by 44% between the years of 2015 and 2019. This according to the 2021 Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration report. That's a good thing. But now this is where this gets a little bit tough on the stomach, so brace yourselves. While audits dropped in that time, 44%, if we break it down by Americans making $1 million or more, it dropped 75%. Audits dropped way off the table for Americans making more than $1 million or more. The percentage only fell by 33% for low to moderate income filers, claiming the Earned Income Tax Credit, known as the EITC. So how about that? Even while audits dropped in a 4-year period, they dropped substantially more for people making $1 million or more. Why in the world are we auditing low to moderate income workers? I'll tell you why. You know why? Because the low to moderate income earner can't fight it like the rich fat cat can. The IRS tries to audit somebody that makes $1 million or more. Guess what? He's got a lawyer. He's got his own bulldog, and he's a sick 'em. And the IRS goes, oh, we don't want to play that game. The IRS is a bully on the playground. Rich people can stand up to the bully. Scares the ever-living crap out of, quite frankly, me. It's a problem, folks. Now, these hires, the IRS clarified this week that, wait a second, these 87,000 new employees. Did I mention 87,000 more employees for the IRS? How many of you out there feel like that's a good move? Oh, sure, they need 87,000 more people. If they answered the phone, yeah. How many of you ever tried to call the IRS? You ever get a live person? Never. So if it's 87,000 phone people, all right, Joe, I'll go with that one. Oh, well, the rumor is it's going to be all people auditing. So the IRS issued a statement. These hires may, by the way, that's the operating word. By the way, only government people like to use the word may. You know why? It always leaves the door open. Because will hold you to something. May allows a politician and a bureaucrat to squirm. Boy, I'm bringing it today, aren't I, folks? These hires may include a range of positions such as auditors, customer service, and IT workers. Okay, sure. I'll wait and see. The chance of an audit may increase for self-employed taxpayers. This is a statement from an IRS spokesperson named Levy. I'm not even going to go look in the article for this guy's first name because I don't care. We'll call him Mr. Levy or Levy. Oh, yeah. The W-2 employee, this is a direct quote, folks. The W-2 employee is much less likely to get audited than a self-employed person by far, in my opinion, says Mr. Levy. It's right here in the article, folks. It's not my opinion. I don't like this. This is bad for self-employed people. A lot of you in my audience are self-employed in one form or fashion. You may have a side hustle going on. Guess what? You're on the IRS radar. Self-employed taxpayers are going to be in the target, the crosshair. Hey, small businesses are next. Let me read this, another article. New York Post, that first one. Let me cite my articles so people's, thank you. CNBC on the first one. This is a New York Post article. The Joint Committee on Taxation is a watchdog group, estimates that 78% and 90%, between 78 and 90% of the estimated additional $200 billion the IRS will collect will come from small businesses making less than, listen to this, $200,000. So this could be a small business person in the form of you folks. You got a little side hustle and you only make about 25 grand. Guess what? The IRS is going to be looking to extract money from you. Because again, you remember what I said just a moment ago about why it was very interesting to me that there were more low and moderate income workers audited than rich people? Same deal here. They're going to come after the small business people because they don't have the lawyers, the time, the intelligence, whatever, to fight this crap. And they're going to try to push you around. Just 4 to 9% of this $200 billion in found revenue would come from businesses making north of $500,000 a year. Tax experts warn that the IRS audits will be far more painful and costly for small business owners. Duh. Even for those who think they're filing their taxes correctly. Daniel Bunn, the executive vice president for the Tax Foundation, told the New York Post, most small businesses aren't doing anything wrong. We know. But we don't make the tax code simple, and because it's so complicated, it makes it difficult for small business owners to comply with all the requirements. Let me point out something else before I make a radical suggestion. It's really not that radical and it's not that new. I also heard reports yesterday, and the team verified this, that the IRS just recently paid $700,000 to acquire ammunition. What in the world would the IRS need with $700,000 worth of ammunition? You answer that question on your own. Now, here's what I think ought to happen. We, the people, ought to stand up and voice and vote around a flat tax. Everybody pays the same flat tax. Abolish the IRS. Make it simple for people and businesses to pay their dues. But abolish this nonsense and this complicated crap that gives everybody an ulcer and does no good for anyone. That's my word, and I'm sticking to it.